I was not planning on coming on right now. I actually wanted to do this later, but something's telling me to do it now and get it done now. I'm gonna pull on the new moon, right? Aquarius, new moon. Exciting. Exciting. Gotta burn some sage first, because I hope people are able to get on right now. I mean, I know, like, strangers can come on right now, but I'm hoping, like, some of my peoples that already know the thing, that already know the deal, come on. Alright, let that burn over there. And I'm gonna start shuffling cards. I don't want to wait for people to come in. You know, anybody that wants to catch the replay can play it from the beginning. All right. Oh boy, I want to friggin' throw the cards that way, apparently. All right, Aquarius, new moon. Queen of Swords. I don't know. Something's telling me no. No. I don't know why it told me to stop shuffling when it's not time yet. Oh, the energy of, well, not only are we having a new moon in Aquarius, Uranus is going direct. It's stationed, I think it was Sunday, and it's starting to go direct. And we've also got Pluto in Aquarius. So there's just like a lot of energy. The sun, the moon, Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus going direct. The energy shift can feel like it may feel like things should be just like done suddenly, but I almost want to say you have to allow the things that are going to happen suddenly to happen. Don't make any decisions suddenly. Hey Mike, good morning. How are you? It's so lovely to see you here. This is the second live in a row I got to see you, man. Long live Sitting Bull. What? All right, I'm gonna pull cards for the new moon in Aquarius, but like I said, there's a lot of changes coming. I was saying in a reading recently how energies that have been stuck are going to be coming unstuck. And when things start to come unstuck, it's kind of like I just heard the shit's gonna fly. You gotta let the shit fly and let it hit and land where it's gonna land. And then when the dust settles, then make a decision, is what I'm feeling off this energy. I'm not sure exactly what it means or what's going to happen, but, you know, it kind of makes me think of, I was reading this morning about how, you know, people are like in an uproar about Trump wanting to like freeze all this money and stuff. And everyone's saying it's this horrible thing. Now, obviously it sounds horrible. But when I was reading about it, I heard method to the madness. Like, there's a method to the madness. So it's kind of like, instead of us getting our fucking panties in a bunch over what Trump's doing, fucking let him do what he's doing, let the fucking shit hit the fan and let it land where it may. And then we'll see. And then we'll see. You know, because getting all worked up about it right now is what is it doing? It's not going to do anything except just draw in more negative energy. I recommend people don't fucking watch the news. Don't fucking watch it. Don't listen to it. All right. So, new moon in Aquarius. We've got the Two of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Fool. All right. So, when I pulled the Seven of Cups, like, this is like when shit's hitting the fan and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is happening here? I don't even know what to do. That's what I'm getting off that. I don't even know what to do. You know, and if you're feeling like that, it's best not to try and make a decision when you don't know what to do. We have the Two of Wands. It's like just I'm being drawn to the world, just watching the world turn. Not quite doing anything yet, just watching the world turn. You guys ever hear that song from, God, I used to hear it when I was a kid. We didn't start the fire. It's been burning since the world's been turning. Um, I like that's why I feel like it's like there's a fire. Oh my God, like the California fires. They're burning shit down. Why am I connecting that with it? I mean, obviously, because we didn't start the fire. Um, some people, especially conspiracy theorists, are saying, like, the fires were started intentionally. Whether they were intentional or not, honestly, it's irrelevant. They're still happening. They're still happening. Um, Now I'm just fucking drawing a blank. That's awesome. I love being live and drawing a blank. But I feel like that's for a reason. You know, uh, it's like the fires are happening and they couldn't do anything about it at first. Remember they were saying they couldn't go, the wind was blowing too hard. They couldn't go in and drop water on it. Now I'm hearing Usher, let it burn. Sometimes you have to wait before you can act. If you try to act too soon, like if they went up in helicopters and were trying to drop water on the fires when the wind was blowing, the helicopter probably would have been thrown down into the fires and it wouldn't have been able to do what it was supposed to do. Um, and then we have the fool. The fool. It's a new journey, but we don't know shit. We don't know shit. Um, like this guy's about to walk off this cliff, and to some of us that's a bad thing. But we don't know what's beneath it. Maybe it'll bring him somewhere great. But then some people are like, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm just gonna stay right where I am. I'm gonna stay right where I am. Why am I saying that? I'm gonna stay right where I am because it's safer. It's safer than to take a leap of faith to there's a lot of scared energies in the collective right now. It's like this impending doom energy that I'm picking up on. Um, it's only impending doom if you perceive it that way. In one of the lives recently, somebody had mentioned about, like they think war is going to happen. And yes, war is horrible, but it would bring change that needs to happen. It's like there's necessary evils in the world. And I know a lot of people don't want to believe that because then it's saying that some of these bad things that happen are good, but sometimes these bad things that happen are fucking good. Um, all right, I'm going to clarify these. Oh, and we have the Three of Pentacles at the bottom with Justice. All right, so with the Three of Pentacles with Justice, I'm getting, it's like Three of Pentacles, they say it's like, the foundation of something. You're building a solid foundation. But the foundation wasn't solid. Yeah, now the whole Trump thing is popping in my head again. When I was saying like there's a method to the madness, we don't know his reasoning for what he's doing. Now, people are like, "Oh, you're just a Trump supporter." I don't fucking support any of the presidents. I think they're all fucking morons. But I do think Trump is up to stuff that people think he's an idiot for or think he's bad for. But I feel like there is a method to the madness. Um, I feel like whatever it is he's trying to do right now, I think he's trying to rebuild the foundation because we've been surviving off of a fucking rocky foundation that's been falling apart. All the systems are broken. None of them fucking work. And it takes great change and great risk. It takes great risk to have great change is what I'm getting at. Um, all right, let me clarify the Two of Wands. Judgment and the King of Swords. All right, the Two of Wands, he's holding the world in his hand. Remember, I was saying it's kind of just like looking at the world, watching the world go round. Not actually doing anything, but there's an intention to do something at some point. And we've got the Judgment card and the King of Swords. King of Swords is, you know, the king of decisions. He's the king of thought, the king of reason, the king of logic. Um, and we have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom. It's like weighing the options. So with the Two of Wands standing out, looking out at the world, you know, and you know, I brought up the Trump stuff not because this reading is about what's going on with him. This is just collectively, however this resonates for you in your own world. You know, if it doesn't resonate at all, that's fine too. um, but there's the energy of looking out at the world with an intention to do something, weighing the options of what can be done. What can be done? Now it could be viewing like the entire world or just a view of your own world of like what can be done. Like, how can I bring things into balance? How can I rebuild this foundation that is fucking crumbling beneath me? I was reading cards for someone the other day and I had the Queen of Swords. Which deck is it? The Witch's deck. And when she's sitting in her on her throne, she's got the like cape thing that they wear, but it's underneath her feet too. And when I saw that, I heard like rug pulled out from underneath. So I feel like for people, there's the rug being pulled out from underneath you. There's now I'm hearing that song. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. Is that the lyrics? It's like you can sense like things are happening. Something's happening, not just in the world out there, but beneath your feet, beneath the surface. Maybe even in your subconscious. Maybe that's what I'm picking up on. Things in the subconscious that weren't built on a solid foundation, maybe a belief system that you have. It's coming up for viewing. It's coming up for judgment. Maybe you need to change something about the way you believe, what you think, what you feel. A shift in perspective. Um, because the time is now. The time is now to really be working on changing things and making that decision. And like I said, we got to let you know, shit hit the fan. If you have things coming up from your subconscious, let it come up. It's going to make you feel like shit. Allow it to, you know, do what it's doing, and then take your time to even, you know, sometimes we're not able to look at the shit in our subconscious before shit hits the fan. We can try to, if you're able to, so that way you can be like proactive and start doing some work, so that way it's not as bad. But sometimes we don't have access to what's really bothering us beneath the surface, and sometimes we're not going to realize what's been bothering us until after, you know, maybe you or someone you know is going to lose their shit and throw a fit. But until after they have the fit, and like the energy calms, then you can really see what was going on. Oh, okay, they weren't, or I wasn't mad at what I was yelling about. But now that happened, I can see that there's something else going on. There's something that hasn't been working, something that needs to be fixed, something that needs to be changed. All right, let's see. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. He's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I don't know what's right. I just heard. I don't know what's right. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. Ooh, and the Empress. I love her. She's beautiful. All right. In recent readings, when I've been pulling the Seven of Cups, see how there's all these clouds here? I keep saying it's like you take your hands and you go like this and it moves the clouds, like when Moses like parted the sea. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's like the fogginess is moving away. The fogginess is moving away. You know, even if that's the shit that's hit the fan for you, it's you know, the fog moves away and suddenly you can see things for what they are, and you're like, oh, fuck. Wish I saw that before. Whether it's something good or something bad, there's like this realization here. like how she's looking up at the star. It's like, you know, one minute she just sees the darkness and then she looks up and it's like, whoa. Now I'm hearing Beauty and the Beast. There must be something there that wasn't there before. Oh, man. Mm. The Empress. The Empress is about beauty, love, expansion, growth. Um, and in the areas of your life where you have not had that, something needs to change and it's coming to the surface now. Things are shifting. Aquarius energy, it can be rebellious. It can be, you know, it's like, think about like independence and something like you're not free from whatever it is that's been making you stuck. Remember, I said the energy that's been stuck is about to come unstuck. Um, we're going to start being able to really move in our lives in ways we weren't able to before. I just heard whether we want to or not, whether we want to or not. Um, so it's better if you choose. It's better if you choose to make changes, make differences, shift your perspective because even with all the stuff with Trump and, you know, people are saying there's going to be war and this and that, it's, you know, you got to shift your perspective. If shit like that's about to fucking happen, um, being in the mindset of complaining about it or, you know, hating on others and, you know, all those negative frequencies, you need to shift your perspective now because that's not going to serve you in the future. Um, like if we have to go to war, we have to go to war. You know, we can't sit here complaining like, but I don't want to go to war. Well, too fucking bad. That's life. That's life. Life is a war. Whether we're going to war, you know, it's like a fucking, I want to say political, or whether it's a war within ourselves, a war within our lives, like there's always a war going on anyways. So when we are experiencing a struggle that's like scary or something that we don't want, we have to learn how to go with the flow because things are gonna the energy of chaos will subside much sooner if we're not resistant to it. Um, it's like, you know, I struggle with my mental health. I never know how I'm going to feel when I wake up in the morning. Today could have been a fucking war all day of whether or not I like myself. So, you know, it's just got to learn how to deal with it, learn how to go with the flow. You know, there's days where I do feel shitty and then I want to beat myself up because I don't feel good that day. And then I have to remind myself, you know, you beating yourself up because you can't function like a so-called normal person just makes you feel more shitty and is going to make you feel shitty tomorrow for sure. So if there's a chance at me feeling okay tomorrow, I need to really focus in on why I feel so shitty today and be okay with that I feel shitty today and allow myself to work through it instead of being resistant to it. Because the more I'm resistant to it, the more it's going to, yeah. All right, let me pull on the Fool. The Fool. Ooh, we got the Ace of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. I just heard like take what's handed to you. It's like this fool's going on a new journey, and this page, they're taking what's handed to them. You know, it's like you're given a lesson. Here's a lesson. You have to learn it. You don't have a choice. You know, like say you're in a relationship with a fucking shitty person. You don't want to learn the lesson that you're with a shitty person. Well, the relationship's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until you finally fucking realize and accept what you've been dealt. You've been dealt the lesson of learning how to leave a shitty person. All right, now the Ace of Swords with the Two of Cups. There's going to be some kind of clarity, some kind of truth, within a connection. It could be a connection outside of yourself, some kind of partnership. It could be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be family. It could be business, um, or it could be with yourself. We have more than one aspect within ourselves, but within all the there's ourself as a whole, and then you break it down into the next category, your masculine energy and your feminine energy, and then those two categories break down even further. um, so there's something within the system that's going to come together, whether it's internally or externally. It's meant to it's meant to and I'm I forget. It's like, it's not that I forget what this is called. I forget how to pronounce it. It begins with the C. But anyways, it's two snakes and they're intertwining and they're rising up and they're meeting face to face. Hmm. So it's like, if it's your masculine and feminine energy, maybe something's going to happen where shit hits the fan and it makes you have some kind of realization, some kind of understanding of something where it actually pulls things together for you within, bringing together your masculine and feminine energy, and then they're working together. Um, and if we're going to be the fool going on a journey and we don't know what's what, we don't know where we're going, what we're doing, what's going to happen, we have not a fucking clue, we just know we're going somewhere. We need our masculine and our feminine energies in balance, because, like I always explain to you guys, our feminine energy is our intuition. It's our ability to see the gray area, read between the lines. It's our navigation system, and then our masculine energy is our ego, our drive, our logic, our reasoning. Our masculine energy is the part of us that takes action and gets things done. But if your masculine and feminine energy aren't in tune with each other, then your navigation system is going to be out of whack, or you're not going to be fucking listening to it. Your masculine energy is going to be like, fuck you, feminine. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go this way. And then walk right into a fucking trap, when their feminine energy was like, don't go that way. But didn't want to listen to it. Your intuition is usually quiet. It's usually like, psst, hey, don't do that. Uh, um, your fear, your ego is usually like, don't do that. If it's something good and you should do it, your fear is like, no, that's terrifying. Um, Gotta start really tuning in to which voice is which. Um, Page of Pentacles. Underneath that is the Nine of Pentacles. The only way you're going to liberate yourself and have abundance is to learn the lessons that you need to learn. Every single person on this planet, I don't give a fuck who you are. We all have beliefs that need to change, So start thinking about even just one. Even just one. It's like, how do I bullshit myself? Why do I bullshit myself in that way? Um, there's things that I believed in that I'm like, oh, I can't believe I believed in that. And there were things that I would be like, oh, I would never believe in that, and now I do. You have to be open to knowing that some of the things that you learned in life are wrong, but to you they're right because that's part of your programming. Um, like when Trump first was going into office, I was like, this guy's a fucking idiot. I hope we don't have him as a president. And then we did. And the whole time it was like, why does he say such stupid stuff? But then when he wasn't president anymore, it's like, you know what? Things really weren't that bad when he was in office. We were all like so scared of the things he was saying, like the world was going to fall apart. But I think things were actually better when he was in office, not when Biden was in office. And people can blame the pandemic, but as we all know, that was a plandemic. That was not something that just came out of nowhere. Um, so originally I was not a Trump supporter. I wouldn't even say I'm a Trump supporter now, just because politics, they all fucking lie. They all lie. So it's hysterical to me that people sit there and argue over which politician is honest. They're all fucking liars. Hello. Um, what was my point for bringing up Trump again? Oh yeah, there's a method to the madness. We don't know his reason for doing things that he does. So, I mean, our belief systems, the way we view the world, we could be sitting there watching TV, and then we're suddenly our whole day we're stressing about what Trump's doing and what he said and how it's going to affect our lives. Like my grandmother, literally the first time he was in office, the whole time was stressed out because of what he was going to do and how it was going to affect her money, and nothing even, she wasn't even affected. The only way she was affected by watching the fucking news. Um, it's like, say he froze all the money, and it affected your life personally, and suddenly you don't have the money because of what he did, then freak out. Yeah. Don't freak out beforehand. Because what is it doing? And then a judge put a stop on it. So like it's not even happening. So then all the people that got freaked out, you just expended so much fucking energy on nothing. On nothing. Um, all right. Let me catch up with some of the comments. I'm pretty good. No interruptions. Oh, good. Good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful day too, staying off the grid. Yeah, we should all just stay off the grid. Thanks to hope it's going good for you. Oh, yeah. Now oil. Oh, God. Oh, man. The jawline. I don't know what that's about. It's my birthday. The Jolin bro. Happy birthday. Nobody gonna shut the doors because of fires. Life continues. Hi, Katie. How are you? So happy to have you here, my darling. We have control over ourselves, though. Yeah, some people don't because they allow themselves to believe they don't have control, you know? Um, well, just like me, like I said, I don't know how I'm going to feel in the mornings. Like I don't have like control over that. I have control how I'm going to handle when I feel that way, you know? Um, because there's always a lot of stuff going on within the subconscious mind, whether you do shadow work or not. Like, say you do shadow work all the time, like I do, there's still always going to be things in the subconscious mind that we have yet to uncover. So, um, I could think I'm going to have a great day tomorrow, but there could be something underneath the surface that I'm unaware of that's like poking at me, trying to get my attention. And then I wake up and then I feel like shit. And I'm like, oh, great. Like, am I even going to be able to get anything done today? Because I can feel something's bothering me. Um, and like I was saying, I could sit there and make myself feel worse, or I could, deal with it, choose how I want to deal with it in the most healthy way possible. Um, Staying off the grid, lay off my girlfriend. uh, Hello, hi. Just wanted to say a message from the King I serve that the Lord, my Jesus, King Yeshua, is the way, the truth, the light to our salvation. No, you know what the truth and the light to your salvation is? Is your fucking self. Jesus is there to support and guide, but it's it's so frustrating to me. It's so frustrating to me because I know religious people take what I'm saying like offensive, like I'm hating on them. I'm not hating on you. I'm just People are programmed to look for something outside of themselves. It's time that people start looking within themselves. Um, Anyways, I'm good. How are you, Pablo? Uh, because, and I say that because to me, like, Jesus is within me. That sounds weird. God's within me. Any being, entity, whether negative or positive, that I could connect with is within me and within my energy and my field. Um, so I don't think people realize we're so much more than a fucking human being. We're so much more than this physical reality. Um, it's like our human existence is so minute. Is that what I want? The word I want to use? Minute. It's so fucking minuscule compared to what we really are and how we are connected. We're under the belief that we're not connected like that, and we need to go to church and pray and worship something outside of ourselves in order to feel connected to ourselves and the world around us. Um, it's time for change, people. It's time for change. Hey, Andrew, how are you? Exactly, Lenny. We resist what we resist persists. Exactly. Life is a seesaw battle daily. We confront madness. There's good within everybody. Depends how you bring it to your own table. Yes, exactly. Um, People listen to bad propaganda. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Good morning. Just tripped down the steps and dropped my last bowl of oatmeal. Need a minute to reset my day. Well, if your oatmeal is important to you, that sucks. Uh, um, yeah, Katie says, we're here for you. Thanks. It seems like a chill live. Yeah, well, we do our best. We do our best. Um, hmm. All right. I'm going to pull on something else, but I'm not going to say out loud what it is and see what comes up. Maybe it'll resonate for somebody else that's watching. I'm excited that Uranus is going direct. Jupiter's going to be going direct soon. All that energy that's been being stuck is going to unstick, and I can't wait to see where the fuck it goes. Um, I, you know that movie, The Purge, and how they say, "Let the purge commence." That's what I just heard. Um, let the purge commence. Uh, how I was bringing up war earlier too. People perceive war as bad, but it, like when I was just saying let the purge commence, like I started picturing like war and what that does exactly. It purges a bunch of energy um, that's been building up for a long time. Energy that has nothing to do with why the war is even happening. Hello, Sanu. How are you? All right, let's see. Oh, I didn't even share this live when I started it. Oh, my pants are like digging into me. Can I just say, as a female, what the fuck with all the high-rise clothes? I don't like them because they dig in and they hurt. They hurt. It's almost like they fucking when I sit down, they push my organs out of place. And then it's like, I gotta wait for my friggin' spleen to go back. Oh, wait, no, my spleen's over here. This is my liver. I'm waiting for my liver to go back. Oh, man. All right. We've got the Two of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Star. With the High Priestess. All right, so there's a crossroad energy. Somebody's in a Hanged Man because of the crossroad energy. And I just heard looking for a way out when I looked at the star. Looking for a way out. You know what? It almost feels like this person's looking for a way out to not have to make a decision. But making a decision is a decision, and then not making a decision just leaves you in the same stuck place. Have to pick a road and fucking go. Pick a path, take it. Take it. Even if it's the wrong one, it's going to lead you to another path that could reroute you to where it is you were supposed to go. Or you could take the wrong path again. But if you've learned the lessons that you need to learn and you pay attention to the things that you're supposed to be learning, then You'll make the right choice, and get to where you need to sooner. But like I said, if there's detours, there's stuff you didn't learn yet. So it's like you're heading towards a path that's right for you, but it's not right for you yet. But it's like there's something from like the depths of somebody's soul. It's asking them to make a choice. It's asking them to make a choice. The Page of Wands. Yeah, it's like from the depths of your fucking soul, it's saying, get the fuck out of this hanged man and go. Go. Just go. Be adventurous. Take a risk. Take a risk. Two of Swords. Nine of Wands and the King of Wands. I feel like this King of Wands energy has been sitting here for a while. Sitting here for a while. It's like they want a timeout. They just don't want to do it anymore. It's like, I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. I'd rather just sit here and not do anything. But the sky is going to fall on your head if you don't move. Is what I'm getting off the energy. Oh, how sweet. How sweet and lovely these two are. There's a connection with a person that they or you already know. They've been sitting on the fence with it, not doing anything. You know, it's almost like they feel like it's better to not do anything, because if they move forward with it, they don't know where it's going to go, and that's terrifying. But if they decide to move away from it, they don't want that either, so that's terrifying as well. All right, let's look at the Hanged Man. The Queen of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Wands at the bottom. This is implying, whoever this is about, this is telling them they should fucking go do it. Don't move away from it. Don't stay where you are. Go towards it. Move towards it. Oh man, they need strength. They really need strength, because it's like, you know, they're looking at it, they're thinking about it, they're wanting to do it. Oh, but they're struggling. They're struggling with their intuition and their ego, their fear. Wanting to shy away from it. It's like holding on to all these thoughts, all these things that have been left unsaid. They almost just want to like walk away with all the things that they want to say and not say it. But the energy is saying, fucking do it. All right, let me, dropping cards. Let me clarify the star now. And then I'm going to, I was going to get off, but I don't know. I have a joint here. I don't know. I might hang out with you guys and smoke. Katie, you want to hang out and smoke with me? We only got 4 people here, so I know there's not a lot watching. The star. The Queen of Swords and the Two of Cups. You know, the Two of Cups is like 2 people coming together, you know, and this person's sitting on the fence about it, not wanting to do it out of fear of losing them and out of fear of having them. We've got the Five of Wands. Yeah, there's conflict. That's why the star is here, because it's like they're in the dark, they see the light, but it's like, I just heard like, is it even real? You know, is it even real? Alright, the Queen of Swords with the Two of Cups. kind of want to pull clarifiers on the Queen of Cups because I'm getting like a weird energy off of her. It's almost like the like fuck off kind of energy, but also at the same time like they're I almost feel like this is someone talking to themselves, telling themselves to fuck off. Why? Hmm. Oh, and the Three of Swords would be coming next. Um, I feel like it's a combination of they don't want to get hurt and they don't want to hurt you, or you don't want to get hurt and you don't want to hurt them. It's like walking away would hurt the both of you, but also coming forward could lead to hurt too. What was that? I saw on Facebook. It was like a quote of Jim Morrison. Something about what was it? I'm gonna curse. I'll curse if I want to. So if you don't like it, you can leave. Um, what is it? Something about love, like um, not going after love in fear of suffering is like not living because you fear death. It's like, oh, I'm not going to live my life because I'm going to die someday. Well, I'm not going to love because I could suffer. Well, not loving is suffering. Hmm. I feel like that's what that inner conflict is. That's what that battle is. All right, Queen of Swords. I feel like I got what she was saying now, but I'm still going to clarify her. The Page of Swords and the Emperor. Oh, and the Lovers. Yeah, this person is lacking confidence in how they communicate. Hmm. Because we have the Emperor, but like the Emperor is mixed with this I just heard fumbling boy. like like he's gonna drop the sword in a second by accident. Not on purpose. Not like, oh no, I'm not fighting. He's gonna like tremble and drop it. They're trying to take control, but it's hmm. The Lovers is also this card is also known as the choice. The choice. Choosing yourself or choosing someone else. They don't want to have to choose either. You can choose both. I think that's what some people forget, and it's actually better to choose both. If you're choosing someone else because it feels good for you and you know it's right for you, then you're choosing both of you. If you're choosing yourself over them, if you're choosing yourself over them because that's what's right for you, then that's what's right. If you're choosing yourself over them just because whatever the fucking reason is, but it's not actually right for you, um, how do I want to put that? Regardless of the situation, you don't want to ever choose them when it doesn't feel aligned with you. When it doesn't feel like it could be like if you know it's a toxic ass fucking person, you choose them anyways because you know it'll make them happy, and that's no, don't do that. Don't ever fucking do that. You always have to choose yourself in any situation. Choose yourself, but you're also allowed to choose something else along with yourself. Put yourself first and foremost. Um, we have the Five of Swords underneath. Yeah, they don't want to make the wrong decision. They don't. They're nervous. You know, this could be friend, family, it could be romantic. Control, control, control. They want to be able to be in control, and they're not in control in this situation. Mm. It almost feels like they don't have a choice. Like all the choices don't um none of them feel good. None of them feel good. Um but if someone's sitting there and they're like, "All right, to not engage with this and connect with this feels like shit." You're going to stay feeling like shit. Whether you're moving away from it or whether you're sitting there not doing anything about it, in order for that energy to shift, you have to do something. So it's like I feel like universe, God, whatever it is encouraging this person or you, whoever this is about, to be brave and take a risk. Because even if that direction leads to feeling just as shitty as not doing anything or just as shitty as moving away from it, at least it's going to lead somewhere that's going to lead to somewhere else. It could lead to somewhere that feels shitty, but then that situation will have another crossroads where you can then go either this direction or that direction. Um, but it's like you have to do something in order to get to somewhere where you have an option that you fucking like. All right. Well, whatever that means. Whatever that means. Yeah, that's right, Katie. It's my fucking channel. If I want to curse, I'm going to curse. Howdy, chat and the Misfit. Hey, how are you? Good evening, beautiful woman. How are you? I'm from Mozambique, in Africa. Well, oh, so it's nighttime in Africa right now. It is daytime in America. It is daytime. Um, I kind of want to sign off of here and go read the Red Book. Study some more of Mr. Carl Jung. Jung. I was reading that it's Jung and not Young. Good, just got home from work. Well, how was work? Was it good? Joshua Beckett. Shaw, big ups, and 3 cheers for daytime in America. How are you doing, Joshua? You were in the live the other night, weren't you? I remember you. Yeah, no, I think I'm done pulling cards. I want to try and come on later, though, guys. I'll try and be on tonight. What's the Red Book? Do you know who Carl, well, if you see his name, you'll probably read it as Carl Jung, but it's pronounced Young. I was, and I'm back. You're in the algorithm. Yeah, I stay in the algorithm. It's a swing shift. What I love about I want to just say Carl Jung, because then when I say Young, in my head I'm like, that's not right either. It's supposed to be Jung. But then I feel like I'm not saying it right, so then it distracts me. But anyways, what I love about his work is that, not only did he fucking have patients that he was like studying them for his work, but he also used himself for research. Which I feel like I've been doing that my whole life. I'm like, yo, this is my boy right here. He's totally did what I've been doing. Only I didn't get a degree and I'm not a psychologist. Goes deep into Jung. Check him out too. Yeah, his work is very much connected to the shadow self, what's in the unconscious mind, the subconscious mind, and diving into that, bringing things to the surface so you can really understand yourself and know yourself. You can spend your whole life being like, I totally know myself, but you fucking don't. It's insane how many people think they know themselves, but they don't. And if you start digging into their fucking unconscious mind, seeing what's in there, they're gonna be like, "That's not me." And it's like, "Yes, it fucking is." Well, like with me, for example, you know, times where I'm being insecure and pretty much just shitting on myself and telling myself how much I suck and how much I'm a fucking idiot, or I'll tell myself I'm a piece of shit, and I'm not. I'm not at all. Um, so I'm like, oh, why do I talk to myself like that? Like, it's not even me. How do you like that? It's not even me. You know what it is? It's the programming of my mother and father arguing with each other and treating each other like complete fucking assholes in front of me. So then, like, I'm growing up with my thoughts thinking, I fucking suck. I'm a fucking loser. Like, but I'm not. So then you start to, when you do that kind of work, when you do the shadow work, you start to realize all the voices in your head aren't you. You start to realize which one's your mother, which one's your father, and it's not even their opinions towards you. It's their how they acted in the world, how they treated other people. You take that on as part of your own personality. And then there's voices in my head that it sounds like me, but it's my sister. Um, you know, um, just everyone and everything that was around you growing up. You don't realize it's not you. It's everyone and everything else. Who were you before you were programmed? Who were you when your soul went into that fetus? Because you were someone. You were someone before you were came out and were named. Um, well, I mean, that's if you believe in reincarnation. Some people don't. Closes doors and backs away slowly. Delves into someone's mind. You know what? I like diving into people's minds. I don't back away slowly. I'm like, let me get in there more. Let me see all your shit. I want to see your insides. Like, oh man. You know, like the guy that I've been crushing on all year long. It's um, like in his head, I know he's like convinced himself that like I just like him, like, and I want to meet him just because I like him, like in a romantic sense. But that's some of it. That's some of it. But from our conversations, there's a lot about him that reminds me of myself. So it's like I want to dig in more. I want to know you more because the more I get to know you, the more I get to know myself. That's how we learn things about ourselves. Is when whether someone's triggering something good and exciting in us or whether they're triggering something bad. The point is, if you're feeling triggered or inspired in any way by somebody else, there's something within them that's also within you. Um, like usually when somebody's talking shit about someone, they're like, I fucking hate them because they do this. And it's like, but that person does that too. And it's like, you hate them because you see yourself in them. You see aspects of yourself that were rejected and you weren't allowed to be. So when they do it, you get annoyed by it. Um, yeah, the consciousness is, it's like complicated, but it's actually simple when you understand how it works, how programming works. But a lot of people don't want to accept that they aren't who they think they are. Um, there is a lot of dust in mine. There's a lot of fires burning in mine. There's a lot of people choked out in mine. Oh man. And then I come on YouTube and people are like, she seems so happy. She's always laughing. She's so kind. And they don't realize like the chaos and the monsters that are wreaking havoc in here. I deal with this, but I've identified it and understand that it's common and called imposter syndrome. Yeah, yeah. Might not be what you're speaking on. It's connected to it. Adverse childhood events, definitely the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Um, but all these horrible things that happen to us in our childhood, they give us power. Our trauma is our power. People don't realize that. Um, it's only to our detriment when we don't transmute it. You know, when we like succumb to what happened to us and just want to stay in the horror of it all. Um, I don't know. I was going to get into a conversation about it, but then I might be rambling for a while. I might be rambling for a while, like a zombie that eats brains. LOL. I want to live inside you. Wait, I do, but not like Buffalo Bill. Hamster wheel turning. LOL. Yeah, let's just keep running on this fucking wheel. No, get the fuck off of it. Get off of it. But when it's all you know, it's like you get off and it's like, well, what do I do now? What do I do now? Well, what did you learn while you were on the wheel? Laughing is preferable to crying. Yeah, well, that's what I always like tell people. It's like if I don't laugh, I'll fucking cry. You know, I'm on here laughing, but when I'm not on here laughing, I'm behind this curtain crying. It's okay though. It's okay though because crying is it's a form of releasing. And also while you're crying, if you're crying, investigate it. You know, not just what triggered you to cry, but go back. Go back. It's like you know, like if you go through a breakup and you feel sad cuz like you feel like abandoned, don't just like investigate and think about why the relationship ended and that you were abandoned. Think about every time you have felt abandoned. And I'm not saying to like cry and feel fucking worse. I'm saying follow it back. Um, because we're attracted to people that will abandon us if there's something in our childhood that programmed us to be aligned with people like that. So you have to follow your storyline back to where it began and rewrite it because there's a part of you in your mind that believes you should be abandoned and you're always going to be abandoned. Um, and it's not it's not as simple of oh you know I remember when my dad left when I was a kid. It's not as simple as oh well I remember that and that's why. You have to actually do the healing work from that, and it takes time, and the healing process is different for everybody. It doesn't look the same for any two people. um you know, I've been working on my father wound. God, I thought I was good with my father wound, and then life happened and was like, guess what, bitch? You got daddy issues. I'm like, no, I don't, because I don't need a man. But that's part of the daddy issues, you know, thinking that I'm independent and I don't need or want to really be connected with anyone like that. It's like I do want to, but I don't need to. Get away from me if you think I need you. But that's off-putting to people, you know. What if somebody really cares and I'm like, I'm glad you care, but I don't really need you. That's going to trigger them and their fucking abandonment wounds, and then they're going to abandon me. And then the cycle shall continue. Lenny, your mods love you when you're crying. Feel our moral support because we send it. We get each other around here. I know, I think about you guys all the time. I do. I do. I saw you hit that bull up and get into the Jungian wilderness. I'm about to get into this super cool Excel spreadsheet. Oh, hey Shane, how are you? Good morning to you too. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Um, hmm. I had hit it this morning, but look at my perfectly rolled joint, guys. Last time I had a joint on here, I was showing you guys before I lit it how perfect it is. Like, when I do things, I do them to perfection, which is why my house is usually a mess. Because I'll If I want to clean, like I'll clean the same spot for like 5 hours, obsessing over whether or not it's good enough yet. Ooh, here's a fun thought that I've been diving into with that. Um, uh, Again, why do I have anxiety about it needing to be perfect when I'm cleaning? Hmm. Let's trail it back to childhood. My father used to get drunk and come home and swipe his finger across the top of the fridge so he could flip out about the dust. So little Lenny's sitting there getting programmed with, "This is not clean enough. There's consequences and repercussions." So I gotta work on that because I hate how messy my house gets. It's horrible right now because there's other people living here. I can't wait till they move out. They're gonna be out soon. Next couple months, they're gonna be gone. I can't fucking wait. Um, like when, like, have you guys ever let someone stay with you and they make like a huge mess and then they'll act like they didn't do it? Like all the dishes that'll be on the counter that'll have like their like chewed food on it, and they'll be like, people need to rinse their dishes because they, they're helping wash the dishes, and they're like, I can't keep up with cleaning all these dishes when people aren't even rinsing them. It's like everyone else is rinsing them, except for you. Not only are you not rinsing them, you're not even putting your food in the garbage off your plate when you're done. It's extremely frustrating to deal with someone like that. Because I'm just like, I'll go in my room. I won't clean shit. Just don't talk to me. I can't wait till you move out. I love you, but get out of here. Uh, Katie, Shane, you slipped in quietly. Love, how are things? Um, when I was reading that, I'm like, what is she getting at? He slipped in quietly. In the live, obviously. I know what she meant. My mind's always in the gutter. I laugh so hard I cry. LOL. Sometimes when I'm mad, I laugh. Sometimes when I'm really fucking mad, I laugh cry like a psychopath. People get nervous, as they should. Hmm. Just add heat. Damn thing is a shin bone, LOL. You know what? I'm gonna smoke a little and just chat with you guys. I wish I could hear your voices. I wish we could do like a Zoom. That way I don't have to keep reading. I hate reading. Oh man. Get your own Discord. Yeah, but I need to stay on YouTube because you know, this will give me watch time hours, and my watch time hours are going up and down because you have to reach a certain amount of watch time hours within a year. So once you hit the year mark, you start losing watch time hours from this time last year because they don't count anymore. So I went down a little bit. I was like, shit, I was almost at the point where I could monetize the channel, and then I lost some watch time hours, but then this morning I checked and I went back up a bunch. So I need about 500 more watch time hours. And then we can have the super chats on here. I wouldn't be expecting anybody to pay fucking money to get their comment to be seen. I didn't know they did that on YouTube. But like I've had people ask about the super chat. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, so you guys would be paying money for some stuff. Cool, cuz then that gives me money. I mean, it gives YouTube 45%, which kind of sucks." Um but this channel's gonna go places. I know it is. I don't know how much money it's gonna make me, but I think it'll be like just enough to get by at the very least. Starting off, it's not really gonna be anything. I know that. I know that. Um, Hold on. What are you guys saying? You can have them both open at the same time. Oh, yeah. But then I need another device. I mean, I do have a tablet. It's not, I mean, it's my daughter's tablet. So I gotta get my own so that way, like, I don't have to worry about her clicking on anything. They say when I get mad, I get freakishly still. Creeps people out to the point they comment on it. Oh, man. Folks watching the live can hear you speaking to your Discord group. But is the red book come in the cassette tape? LOL. Oh, they have it on Audible. I originally got it on Audible, but I'm so ADD. I'm so ADD. Like, there's some books I can listen on Audible where even if I get distracted, I'll still take it in. But this is like kind of like information like I need to really be paying attention. And I'm so ADD. If I'm trying to listen, but my eyes are like distracted by stuff around me, then I'm not listening. And then I'm like, oh, wait, what was he saying? And then I'm like, wait, what part was I at? So I got the book so I can read along while I listen, because me just getting a book and trying to read it, it never works. It never works. So having the audio along with the visual helps me. You know, when we struggle with something, we can compensate. There's always ways to compensate. You know, so when people have excuses, we can call them out and be like, you're fucking lying to yourself and you're lying to me, because we can always compensate in some way, shape, or form. If my ADD, ADHD ass can fucking figure out how to read a book and retain the information, then anybody can do anything. Audiobook version is probably here on YouTube. Yeah, and they do. I'm pretty sure it is on YouTube. But on Audible, if you play it at regular speed, it's like 20 hours. I like to play things, like even when I watch videos on YouTube, I increase the speed. Like if I watch a tarot reading, like Steve, Katie, you watch Steve. I put Steve on 1.5. I can't put him on any faster than 1.5 speed, or else he's talking too fast. But Infinity from Magnetize Yourself, I can put her on double the speed. So when she has a 40-minute video, I get to listen to it in 20. You know, my time's usually limited to when I can pay attention to things and give my full focus to it. Oh, hey, Mike, you're still here? Making lunch now, just Blaze. So yeah, it's going good today so far. I would have to check it out. You know, it's funny, when I first started the book, there's like a story of like a vision that Young had. It was something about, he had like a thought that he like felt like shameful about, or like he felt bad, like it was like sinful to have that thought. And then he said, what was it? He was looking at the new ceiling in the cathedral, and I'm trying to remember. He was saying like he was wondering. I can't exactly remember what exactly he said. Wondering why he had the thought, like, you know, like, fuck, I don't want to say it wrong. But anyways, like, pretty much he's, like, imagining, like, you know, did, like, the devil make him have that thought? Or, like, would God be mad at him? Something along the lines of that. And then suddenly he had a vision of God sitting on the throne taking a shit. And when he shit, it went through the ceiling of the cathedral. So it's kind of almost like God just like shit on the building that's making him question whether or not he's sinful. It's like, fuck this place. You're a good person. You know you are. You had a thought. You're not a bad person over it. Is kind of like the message I got from it. But I was laughing when I was reading it. It's like, oh, you had a vision of God shitting through a cathedral ceiling? That's interesting. But then a lot of his work is, well, pretty much all of his work is about like studying the unconscious mind. Why do we have intrusive thoughts like that? Where did that come from? You know? Maybe it was an aspect of himself letting him know, like, you're not wrong for having a fucking thought. I wish I could remember exactly like how it was worded. Uh, but I that was when I was listening to it and not reading it too. See, when I read, it always worked good for me in school when I would have to study because I can remember my, like, I can see in my head like my notes. Like if there's a question about something, I'll be able to see the key words in the question that were in my notes, and I'll be like, all right, I remember it was at the bottom of the page, what was written next to it, and then that helps me remember. But when I was listening to that part of the audiobook, I hadn't gotten the book yet. And I kind of want to go back to the beginning of the book and reread the parts that I didn't read. Um, what are you struggling with? You said you struggle a lot. What do you struggle with? Ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna end up like catching my eyelashes on fire one day. I should light it away from my face. For a while, my lashes on this side were shorter, and I never was burning them, but I think like just like the heat from like the angle, the way I light it, it always goes towards that side. Should I call you SAMC or like Sa or Mick? Sa. Sa. I kind of want to pull a card for you. For fun. It's all fun and games around here. Um, I said it's all fun and games around here, and it made me think of the other night when I when I live streamed. I don't know why it made me think of this, but it made me think when I live streamed and we had the 11-year-old in here, and everybody was like trying to hate on him because they wanted him to leave. That actually kind of pissed me off that people wanted him to leave because of his age. Because I know why people want him to leave, because they want to be able to just talk freely. Um, but it's like, what do you want to talk freely about that you can't say in front of an 11-year-old right now, you know? The name is Sam. Sam. Hello, Sam. You know, all right, so the Six of Cups, it can represent like a soul connection, but it also can just represent the past life in general. Could be past life in another life, could be just the past in this life. But underneath that, there's the Four of Pentacles, and I'm like really just like noticing just his expression. It's just like, hmm. I struggle with the most about my mom. Oh wow, you know what's interesting? I was just looking at the Four of Pentacles, and then I looked at the Ace of Swords, and I thought some kind of truth, and then the Hanged Man, just being in the Hanged Man, like you don't understand, and then having to let go, and then I looked up, and you said you struggle most with your mom passing, which I wish I would have spent more time with. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, and the Page of Swords is here too. Like it's like he's holding that Ace of Swords, the truth, but he just looks sad. Just like, hmm, hmm. And then, the Emperor, you said you wish you had spent more time with her. It's like it's out of your control now, and the Emperor is about control and power. Hmm. I kind of wanna. Where's my deck? I have a deck for crossed over loved ones. If you want me to pull a couple, I was gonna say I'm just gonna pull them, but like, um, I think it's important to ask somebody's permission if they even want to go there right now. Um, so do you, Sam? It sucks when we lose people because it's like, even if you have like the understanding of they're not really gone, it's just their physical body that's gone, but it's the physical that we're used to. Um, I've dreamt about people after they die, and it's like so great to see them, but like it's like I want to see them in the physical. I want to be able to sit and have a conversation and like hug them and actually feel them here. Um, so it sucks. It sucks. Like even if I was gonna like do a meditation and wanted to talk to my grandfather, like, um, it's weird. It's like sometimes like I can hear words, or sometimes I just see like images, um, or sometimes it's just like there's nothing at all happening. Um, on one hand, when we lose someone, it sucks. It's a loss. But on the other hand, it's it's like a reminder to us how precious this physical life is, and how precious it is to have connection with people. I want to say even good or bad, you know. Like with my mom, I love my mom. She drives me fucking nuts though. Like nuts to the point where like I want to hurt her. Like I won't, but like I want to. Um, and it would suck if she was gone. So it's like, when we lose people that are important to us, like we have that, it is a reminder to appreciate the ones that we do still have here. But what about the connection that we just lost? I mean, technically we don't lose it, but the physical connection, it's not there anymore. All right. Sam's mom. Oh, I'm taking these. I was gonna pull one more, but two came out. All right, so we have I am with the rest of the family. Life is a choice. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. And then we have been together in dreams, and I am standing right next to you. And now I have no pain at the bottom of the deck. Do you mind sharing with how your mom passed, Sam? If you don't want to talk about it, it's okay. And you know what? When I look at I am with the rest of the family, like I'm, one would take this as, oh, I'm with the rest of the family on the other side, but I almost feel like this is also a message of She's also with the rest of the family that's still alive. Like when it says I am standing right next to you. When we cross over to the other side, it's like super cool because we have the ability to be anywhere we want, multiple places at once. Um, um, my life is very hard. I have to study all day and I come home late night after my CA class. I want to go to America with H2 visa and also got permission from our state government, but I don't want to go there now because America has food problems. We've been having food problems. And I want my country to develop. What cards are those? I was pulling some cards for someone in here who has a crossed over loved one. She passed away back in '06 due to colon cancer. She was in the hospital almost 6 years ago. Oh, wait, no, not 6 years ago. She was in the hospital almost a year ago. Wait, hold on. Did I read that wrong? She passed away back in '06 due to colon cancer. She was in the hospital almost a year ago. Like, you mean she was in the hospital almost a year? Oh, all right. So that's why now I have no pain. Um, have you dreamt about her at all since she's passed? I know it's been a really is what that's '06. Shit, that's 19 years ago. Oh, you have had dreams about her. Maybe maybe that's why I brought up having dreams. Um, like before when I was saying I've dreamt about people after they passed away. Do you have siblings? Because like when I look at the I am with the rest of the family, like I get like she's around the rest of the family that's still alive too. But I don't know if that's siblings or if she had siblings or your father or someone. Yes, it has ups and downs. Yeah. Yeah, my mom got hit by a drunk driver back in 2013. I almost lost her, my sister, and my niece all in one shot. Um, so again, it's like I've had like the scare of like she could have been gone, but I still, you know, it's like even like when my grandfather was getting really old, and I it was like we don't know when he's gonna die. Like he died of old age, so he just like slowly took his time going, but we never knew if his heart was just gonna stop. We never knew how he was gonna go, and there were times like because I lived with my grandparents, and I used to always have to walk past my grandfather in his living room to get to my bedroom. And every time I walked past him, I would think like, oh man, I should sit down, I should spend more time with him. Um, and then I would just be like, you know what? Life is life. People are gonna go on and live their life. And I told myself before he died that I was not gonna let myself feel guilty for times where I didn't spend more time. Um, and then times where I was spending time with him, I would like purposely like memorize like how it was, um because we like when we lose people, we get caught up in feeling like we didn't spend enough time with them. But it's like even if you spent more time with your mother, you would still feel that way, like, oh, I should have spent, it wasn't enough time. It would still feel like it wasn't enough time. So if you hold any guilt for times that you didn't spend with her, don't. Don't. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's easier said than done. Um, But life is a series of choices. Choose love. Choose love. I feel like this one has like a lot of energy coming off of it. Yeah, I just heard like choose love, not guilt, because I was just talking about if you feel guilty. Um, love, love. All right, I'll pull a couple more, see if there's any. Oh. Two came out together. Oh, I am just a thought away. Now I have no pain. This came up again. Um, so like she's putting emphasis on the fact that she doesn't have pain. I mean, cancer sucks. I had an aunt that she had colon cancer. Then it was she had her colon removed. She had a colostomy bag. But then like the cancer came back eventually, and she suffered. She suffered, and she just withered away, and it was really fucking sad to see. It was, I mean, I don't know if this is how you felt at one point when your mom had the cancer, but like after a certain point I was just like, I just want this poor woman to die. Like I want her to go. Because she was suffering so much. Um and I'm just a thought away. I'm just a thought away. Remember I was saying like how like they can be in multiple places at once when you're on the other side. Um I had my niece's father died, and I had told her that he's just a thought away. So they're just a thought away. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter if another family member is trying to pull their energy to where they are. It doesn't matter. They're just a thought away. Always. Always. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. Always. If I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. But, wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we all? Um, hmm. All right, I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you got something out of this. Because I usually I usually don't want to read anything for crossed over loved ones because it is such a sensitive subject, and I wouldn't ever want to be trying to give somebody messages and it's just like all wrong. um, Feeling really drawn to this dog for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why. You're welcome, Sam. All right, let me put these away. It helps. Thank you again. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I when I was in a Reiki class, I ended up being like the only person in the class that day. So I was like telling like the Reiki master like about my cousin that had just passed away, and she was like, "Oh, do you want me to help you connect with him?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I didn't realize what she was gonna do. We did a meditation, and she had me connect with his energy. It felt real. It felt real. Um, but not as real as in the physical, but it's like real enough where it had caught me off guard. Like I was like crying because he like hugged me, and I was just like, oh my God. Um, but then when I was done with the meditation, I was just like, I hate that he's not fucking here. I hate that he's not here. Because my cousin was more like a big brother to me, you know. Um, so it really sucked losing him, and it was sudden and unexpected. But yeah, she had me do a meditation. We did like a few breathing exercises to get grounded, and then She had me visualize like a little version of myself in my head, and there's a staircase that leads down to the heart center, and you envision like a small version of yourself walking down the stairs, and then when you reach the heart center there's a door, and then when you open the door, the scenery could be literally anything. But when I opened the door and I walked through, and then she was like doing a guided meditation, and then she's saying, when you open the door, now ask his energy to come forward. um and he did, and it was like weird, like it was weird. And then another Reiki class after that, I was doing a meditation and we were going into the heart space, and I opened the door and he was already there. I didn't have to call him forward. He was already there. I was like, whoa, what are you doing here, bro? I'm trying to do a meditation that has nothing to do with you right now. Oh, man. Greetings, Queen. How are you and kids? Love you. We're good. We're good. I went to go bring my son to work early this morning, only for him to find out that he doesn't have work till this afternoon. He was so mad to like be up early and dressed and oh man. But yeah. Other than that, everyone's good. Everyone's good. Well, except for the house, it's a mess, and I love my mom, but I can't wait for her to move out. It's like I feel like I can like love her when she's not living here. When she's living here, it's like a battle between loving her and hating her, and then being mad at myself for feeling negatively towards her. So then I love and hate myself. uh, so how are things going with you, Rasta? Charlie? What time is it? Alright. I've got a few more hours of me time today. So I'll probably be getting off of here because I love my me time, and it is so hard to get some me, like genuine me time where I'm not fucking bothered by anybody. I value it very much. Oh man. Like, does anyone else feel like that? Like, if it's weird. It's like if I was rich, I would literally like pay people to leave me alone so I could have me time. It's like I only want to deal with people when I feel okay to deal with people. Me time is always good. Rasta, we worry about you around here. Guilt, guilt, guilt. Wait, why are we worrying about Rasta? He's always good. Yeah, I'm good, just working. Went to stop life that we all got to live. Oh man, life is crazy. It's like all the things that stress us in life that we wish we didn't have to deal with. But if nothing was happening at all, like, that would be boring. That would be so boring. Um, all right. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go chill in my bed and get my book, put on Audible and listen and read at the same time so I can take in the information. Um, I don't know. Am I gonna be able to like really read it if I'm stoned? I'll probably have to put the joint out for a little bit. I'm just thinking out loud now. I'm literally like staying on the live so I can think out loud like a weirdo. I worry when I don't see him for a while because I don't want anything to be bothering him. Oh. Yeah, well, I feel like I haven't been able to like be on as much as I want to be and as much as I was, you know. We see people more often when we're live all the time. Um, Once my mom and my niece move out of here, it's the energy here is going to be so different, and then you guys are going to see me on here a hell of a lot more. I don't even have to interact with them at all. It's just like having more people in the house means having more energies in the house, and I'm so sensitive to energies that I don't even have to go downstairs and be near anybody for them to be affecting how I'm feeling. Oh, thank you, Sam. I hope you do too. Rasta work comes first. I understand we gotta eat, right? Uh, all right. Thank you, you guys, for joining in today. And if anybody like didn't catch the beginning, I did a card reading for the new moon in Aquarius, and then I did like a random reading after that in case anyone's interested in that too. But I'm gonna get off now, and I'll possibly see you guys later on tonight. If not, soon. Soon. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.